Pleased to say that AJ's promoter, Eddie Hearn, joins us on the line. Eddie, good evening to you. Appreciate your time. First of all, how is Anthony Joshua after Saturday's loss, physically, mentally and spiritually, I suppose?
Yeah, he's good. I mean, you know, he's a very sort of humble, respectful guy, and I think he wanted to give all the credit to Andy Ruiz. I know AJ very well, and I know it would have, you know, hurt him inside to lose those world titles. He's worked very hard to get them, and he's a competitor. So, you know, he feels that it's his duty to show respect and humbleness, if you like, to Andy Ruiz, and who deserved the win on Saturday. But I know deep down, you know, the pain that he's feeling is going to drive him in the next camp and hopefully to retain those world title belts.
Eddie, you'll know because you're active on social media. Lots of conspiracy theories circulating about Saturday night and his health and you falling out with his father and things like that. Can you clear any of that stuff up about, you know, panic attacks and such like?
I've never seen so much rubbish in all my life. I mean, you know, knocked out in sparring, the panic attacks. You know, had a panic attack in the change room and we pushed him out of the change room. I mean, he was the calmest man in the arena on Saturday night. Maybe, I think, if anything, too calm. You know, people now analysing his body language in the ring. He's always like that. He always looks like he's not even thinking about the fight. And, you know, that's just the way that he is. I've spoken to him and I said to him, you know, be honest with me, how did you feel before the fight? He said, I felt absolutely fine. I got hit with a shot on the top of the head and I never recovered. You know, emotions were high after the fight. His dad was upset about a few things, the ref and other stuff. But, you know, we've all spoken and preparation was okay. It was always a challenge of being in another country. You know, we talked about this in the build-up, time zones, cutting up the camp, you know, different commissions. And it was new to him. Whether that affected him or not, I don't know. But, you know, there was nothing in the preparation that anyone was concerned about. And, you know, we have to give the credit to Andy Ruiz. I don't like all this, you know, everyone's searching for answers about why AJ lost, rather than just giving Ruiz the credit, saying on the night, he was the better man. So we've got to make sure, and AJ's got to make sure, that come the rematch, AJ is the better man. And this is going to be a great chapter. You know, I said to AJ the other day, look, life's not just about winning. And this is your first big test as a pro where you've got to come back from defeat. And, you know, it's how he reacts to that. He's a competitor, you know, he's meticulous, he has a great mindset, and, you know, I hope the country gets behind him, because this is going to be one of the great comeback stories if he can come back and put this right and beat Andy Ruiz in a rematch.
Was he always, you know, unconditional that he wanted to have that rematch, Eddie? What was the process like? Was it a tough decision? Yeah,
I mean, you know, we have a certain time to activate that rematch within the agreement, and you know, we did that well inside the time limit because, to be honest with you, there was no point waiting. You know, after I think in the ring he knew that he wanted to rematch him, but I wanted just to give him a couple of days just to talk to him and let him calm down. Spoke to Rob McCracken, spoke to, you know, Freddie Cunningham and the management team, and more importantly, spoke to AJ, and it was just 100%. You know, it was, I want my belts back. And I believe I can beat Andy Ruiz. He did great on Saturday. He beat me fair and square, but you know, I want to win those world titles back, and that's the pure focus now. We're still in New York for a few days, and he's going to have a holiday after that. And I know AJ, he will not be able to wait to get back to the gym to try and put this right. You know, he's a student of the sport, but he is still learning, but he will learn so much from that defeat, maybe more than his other 22 victories. And it's going to be a tough fight. You know, Ruiz's confidence is going to be sky high, and AJ's got to try and put it right.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think Ruiz Jr. apparently is on Jimmy Kimmel Live tonight, so it sort of underlines where his status is soared to in the United States. But does he automatically have to take the rematch? What's the politics and the legalities of that, Eddie, in terms of what happens next and where we go venues?
Yeah, contracted to take the rematch. Obviously, he's going to do very well out of it. He deserves it. You know, talk about the belts. The belts are almost irrelevant at this stage in terms of the fight itself, but having spoken to the governing bodies, all 4 belts that were available on Saturday will also be on the line for the rematch. So, you know, AJ went to Ruiz's country for the first fight. Perhaps we'll do the rematch in the UK. Nothing's been decided yet. Looks like November is the month to make that happen. But, you know, we'll be talking to both teams and confirming the venues and the dates very soon.
And how significant is the fight now, Eddie, after that defeat in terms of the ramifications of another loss for Anthony?
Well, huge in every way. I mean, it now turns into the biggest fight in the division this year. I mean, ironically, we're sort of going into the fight on Saturday thinking, I wonder who we're going to fight in November, December. You know, it could be Pulev, could be one of these guys. And now, automatically, we have that fight, and it turns into one of the biggest fights in the division. But the pressure on AJ in this fight is huge. He must win this fight. And, you know, he want to win this fight more than anything. But the division can get turned up on its head so quickly, and it has done. You know, we've got Alexander Usyk is the mandatory for the WBO, and, you know, hopefully Dillian White is the mandatory for the WBC, and all these belts could fragment very quickly. But, you know, the focus for AJ is just purely on this victory, because it now becomes, you know, maybe a career-defining fight later on this year to try and regain these belts. And there is a huge amount of pressure, as there always is, on his fights. But, you know, now he always says he tries to have that challenger's mentality. Now he has to have that challenger's mentality because he is the challenger going into the fight with Reed.
Yeah, quite a few days in heavyweight boxing. Busy few days for you as well, Eddie. Appreciate you taking the time to speak to us. Thank you.